Is there ever a part of a game that sticks in your mind more than any other part? A part of the game so memorable that it defines the entire game? Gravity Storm is a game a friend of mine made about, get this, flipping gravity. And while it has a lot of cool stuff to offer, there's one part that was so unique, so cleverly designed, that it has stuck in my mind until now. A single hallway so cleverly and interestingly designed that inspired this very video. So, if you're a game developer with something to learn, or just someone who enjoys video games, let's take a look at what a single hallway teaches us about game design, and see why I found it so memorable. Gravity Storm is a little indie game on Steam made by my buddy Jamply. It's a retro-inspired platformer where you blast through loads of bosses and enemies to take down an evil robot. Along the way, you'll need to flip gravity to solve small puzzles and to turn combat to your favor. Altering gravity is something that the whole game is built around, and we see that in a lot of places in the level design. Very early on, you are introduced to the idea that you can move enemies by flipping gravity, causing them to fall to the ceiling or have something fall on them. After the first two bosses, I had a really good understanding of the game mechanics. That's when I stumbled across the hallway. In this section, you immediately drop down onto a moving platform that takes you down the hallway. The turtles have prepared an ambush for you, shooting from both the ceiling and the floor. Now the straightforward way to get down this hallway is to just shoot the turtles. I could avoid some and take out two, and if I have the health for it, get through the hallway just fine. However, after noticing the boxes and the moving platform, I had a really cool idea. Using the platform and gravity, I could instantly kill every single turtle in the hallway. All I would need to do is get the box to fall on the platform, then get the box to fall on the enemy. So, using everything I had learned up until that point, I waited, prepared, flipped gravity, and totally screwed the entire plan up. I think on the first try I killed one with a box by accident, and then I just shot the other two. I felt like I had been handed a very cool opportunity but whiffed it like a 10-year-old playing Major League Baseball. I beat the game, made it to the credits screen, and then moved on to other things. However, that hallway remained fixed in my mind, taunting me, daring me to get good at Gravity Storm. So I went back, I played through it again, and, after a few tries, I managed to kill every single turtle with the power of gravity alone. I felt like an Italian plumber on a kill streak. It was truly a beautiful moment. So what made that hallway so impactful? Well, for starters, I think everything that's special about Gravity Storm is on display in that one hallway. Playing through the game again, I realized that there were plenty of situations where enemies could be instantly killed by using the environment around them. Something you don't see in a lot of other games. In the hallway, this was done through gravity alone, which is important to the identity of Gravity Storm. There are lots of platformers where you can change gravity, but Gravity Storm's unique identity is found in how gravity affects enemies. This mechanic really gets a lot of use in exploration throughout the game. I also reflected on Jamply's ability to set up level design around cool moments. There's lots of opportunities for environmental kills. The hallway is just one of the most obvious examples. Jamply clearly wanted the player to be creative with how they overcame obstacles, which is really cool to see in a game like this. Many times I see games that teach the player through their level design, but sometimes I think that there can be more done with that level design. What if you wanted to encourage cool moments like this? What if you wanted to scare the player? How would your design change? The last note I have is a little more negative. I feel like these cool setup moments were only fully visible in hindsight. Oftentimes I would kill the enemy first, and then notice I could have thrown them into spikes on the ceiling or something. That didn't really detract too much from my enjoyment of the game. It allowed me the creativity to choose how I fought the enemies, but it did make me wonder if there was a more effective way to set up these moments and have the player take advantage of them. Maybe if ammo was limited and it pushed the player to make different choices, or if there were collectibles or power-ups as rewards for fully utilizing the mechanics. Jamply talked to me about the care and effort he put into designing the levels, including things like dynamic difficulty and considerations for speedrunners. Speedrunners would likely know shortcuts and tricks like how to deal with a hallway, and they would have the chance to practice those tricks to perfection. Although I appreciate the work and care that went into this game, I do wonder if the focus on speedrunning caused the quality of the first playthrough to slip a little. However, I wouldn't say that these decisions ruined the game. If you aren't a speedrunner, the game really is a lot of fun, and speedrunners have clearly taken a liking to the game, drawing up a lot of attention that any other game might not have gotten. I had another friend that made a speedrun-focused game for their first Steam release, a little game called Sprout. That game leaned more heavily into the idea of it being a speedrunning game, and between that game and Gravity Storm is a lot more fun for non-speedrunners, in my opinion. In short, Gravity Storm is a really cool game with some really amazingly designed levels. The brilliant design of the hallway continues on throughout the game, and I'm excited to see what Jamply goes on to make in the future. If this video piques your interest in the game, I really do recommend checking it out. I certainly had fun with it, and Jamply would appreciate more eyes on his game. And as always, I'm the Great Gatsby. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. I also want to hear from you. Type in the comments section a story or a part of a game that you remember well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely evening with Sport.